Hello, folks. This is Joe from MIGeekScene. I'm here at the Grand Rapids Comic-Con with voice actor supreme Jim Cummings, voice of Darkwing Duck, Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Raymond the Firefly. He has countless voices, so I'm not going to go over all those. Well, obviously, you did a lot of improv for Darkwing on Darkwing Duck, but did your script allow for improv on Negaduck, his arch nemesis?
Well, you know, I never even thought about it. If I had something to say, I would just kind of spit it out and just see what happens. You know, they gave me a lot of leeway on that, and those are kind of the most fun gigs when I can, you know, you got to stay true to the storyline, but if you can come up with something clever and it contributes to it instead of detracts from it, then you're okay. Yeah.
I know that Raymond the Firefly is one of your favorite characters, but would you say that Raymond and Leatherhead were based on the same people that you worked on the boat with down in Louisiana?
Well, yeah, definitely. When I was a kid, I was a deckhand on a riverboat, and I didn't know at the time that I was accidentally doing sort of research for the thing. In fact, Leatherhead, when I did Leatherhead, he was really just basically the first tugboat captain I ever worked for. That I was doing an impression of him. That's just the way that he talk. Like he wake up in the morning, that's how he sound. And so I thought, wow, okay, that guy sounds pretty scary. And he was definitely a Cajun. You know, I was a lot of times on the boats, I was the only one. You know, they were all born in America, in Louisiana, but Cajun French was their first language. So I was like the only English speaker, native-born English speaker on the boat. So I was immersed in it, you know, and for, you know, a month or so at a time. And it was great. I was accidentally doing research, so thanks.
Did the captain originally say that accused you of not going to college?
You're talking about no. You must have heard that story. It's actually a bit upside down. No, he said, I can't believe I'm out here for my last time on the river, and they sent me a little Yankee college boy. And I said, but I'm not in college. He goes,
oh, okay.
You better go. You ain't going to make it on these boats. And he was right, but it was fun. But I'll survive without them.
All right. I brought up Winnie the Pooh a little bit earlier at the intro. I realize that you're not allowed to spill the beans on Kingdom Hearts 3, but I hope the 100-acre woods will return because the side quests revolving around Winnie the Pooh were among my favorites.
And rightly so.
But also the thing that I liked about the Kingdom Hearts series is that they were doing their best to bring back the original voice actors and actresses for all the roles and whatnot. Now,
Very true.
On the topic of voice actors with a rich history, sadly, we lost June Foray earlier this year. Have you worked with her, and any fond memories, sir?
Oh, sure, yeah. I've worked with her many times. You know, she's just a sweetheart. My friend Charlie Adler said she was the Helen Hayes of voiceover, and she was great. I mean, she was amazing. Into her 90s, we're still working, getting out there, doing her thing, and God bless her, June. I understand that it was possible she was up for an honorary Oscar for her 100th birthday, and so I think we should still get her one and give it to her posthumously. God bless you. Yeah, she's a sweet lady. Unbelievable.
I never had the opportunity to meet her. You know, as I'm trying to make my way through voice actors and voice actresses and whatnot. Yeah. You voiced for Hayao Miyazaki's Castle in the Sky. If the opportunity presented itself, would you do voice work for anime again?
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's all the same. I think that's like the only anime I've really done.
That's the only thing I've seen. What are your thoughts on anime in general?
Well, I'm obviously not as into it as I think a lot of other people are. It's kind of like the NASCAR of animation. You know, it's super huge, but you can't really put on the TV show. Well, except put on the TV and see a ton of anime on there, except I guess Pokemon. I guess is that anime? I can't even tell.
Pokemon is anime.
Pokemon is anime. Okay, you heard it here.
Also, I know that you were a fan of comedy albums while growing up. Dolomite, for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Was it just the albums, or did it go to the blaxploitation films as well?
No, absolutely. I loved all those, and I actually met Rudy Ray Moore on a plane once. And I said, could it possibly be that you're Rudy Ray Moore? And he goes, well, I'm what's left of him. I said, oh, I love it. So I got his autograph, so life is good, right?
Since you checked out blaxploitation films, have you ever checked out the blaxploitation film or parody Black Dynamite that came out in?
Oh yeah, that was hysterical. I thought that was great. Yeah.
I love how the boom mic came down from the top of it.
Yes, absolutely. Billy Jack style.
And since we're still staying on comedy stuff, what are your thoughts on Firesign Theater? Because I have
I
listened
love
to,
those guys.
I think
Yeah,
we're
Phil
all bozos
Proctor.
on this bus.
Yeah, Phil Proctor's a buddy of mine. I worked with him many, many times. Yeah, I loved them. I always thought that they were like the American Monty Python. You know, they're great, unbelievable.
When I listened to that album, I was like, "This is that." Like I said, I mentioned I think we're all bozos on this bus. When I was doing research on it, I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go check that out." And I was like, "Wow, this is one tangent to the next, and like this is way above."
All
me
hail
right
Marx
now.
and Lenin, and what was the other one? Don't crush that dwarf, hand me the pliers.
Oh yeah, I was starting to check out that, and I was like, "This is more of the same." And this is, I mean, like, I'm not trying to accuse people of anything like that, but I was like, I don't think I have enough acid to understand this.
Yeah.
Fully.
I'll tell that to Phil next time I see him.
I know that Rob Paulson, your friends Rob Paulson, Maurice LaMarche like to do impressions of Derek and Clive while joking around. Do you have a favorite go-to? Is it Mike Tyson?
Gosh, not really. It's just whatever the spirit moves me. You know, I'm guided by the voices in my head apparently. So whatever pops up, yeah, he's, you know, Mike Tyson will always be there for us.
Does it blow your mind that he's a voice actor now for his own show?
I think it's just amazing, and I cannot wait for him to do books on tape and things of this nature.
Have you ran into him?
No, I saw a few of his fights, and he was at San Diego Comic-Con maybe about 3 years ago, and he was busy and I was busy, and it would be fun to run into him. That would be great. And no, I would not be doing any impressions of the champ.
Come on now.
I like my ears where they are.
I have to a little bit of a side subject. Comedic timing runs in your family. I've enjoyed the comedy work of your daughter Raleigh.
Good.
The Lady
Thank
Bits
you.
from Virginius is hilarious.
Lady Bits, Virginius is hilarious. You've heard it here.
Actually, it was especially the part where she was teasing her friend eating a carrot, and she goes, "Well, that was my carrot," and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
your
Oh,
daughter's
right.
like,
Right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Do you have any other recommendations of her work?
Gosh. Well, yeah, she's out there now. She's doing a lot of plays local in town. So if you're ever in Southern California, go see one of her plays. She's amazing. And if you're an agent, hire her. Put her in something.
No,
Yeah.
she did, and I'm not blowing smoke. I mean, from what I watched the bits, I thought I was like, wow, she does have talent. That's not
she's
a backhanded
amazing. Yeah. Not
comment.
bad.
But I would recommend the Lady Bits part. Virginius's. It's too bad like they weren't making any more for that. Like they just.
Yeah. Well, you never know. We'll see if the internet demands it.
All right, now as we're wrapping this up, what's new
Sure.
that you're allowed to talk about?
What's that?
What's new that you're allowed to talk about?
Well, geez. Well, you got to see OKKO, Let's All Be Heroes, Cartoon Network, in and out of that, Mighty Magic Swords. How about Goldie and Bear and Banicula? And let's see, Puss in Boots out there on Netflix, El Guante Blanco. And a few things that are, I can't, then I, see, this is where I have to stop because I'll blurt something out and then my agent will call and somebody will be mad and
I'm getting sued, and I
so,
can't
no,
help
I don't
that.
think so. So we don't want that. But hello, MIGeekS.com, nation, universe people out there in Michigan. Jim Cummings here saying things like, hello.
All right, if people wanted to, since you just name dropped my website, but speaking of websites, if people wanted to reach out to you online, where can they find you?
Oh, yeah, I guess Jim Cummings, Acme, Twitter. Say hi.
Fair enough.
I'm not a big,
And final question: what would you like to say to your fans throughout the year, sir?
Stay dangerous, and stay as sweet as honey forever, and keep on bouncing.
and a few other things. Anyway, it'll come to me.
All right. Well, folks, this is Joe from MIGeekScene at the Grand Rapids Comic Con with Jim Cummings. Take it easy.
Abyssinia.